Hello, my name is Ben, and today we are playing OP12 Rayleigh. Definitely one of the most dominant decks during OP12 and PRBO2, and I just wanted to see if the deck could still hold up with the new ones in Emu and Ace. And I saw that, I think, in two separate treasure cups, one in Europe and one in North America. Rayleigh did manage to get into top 32, so clearly the deck is still possible to perform. But I was under the impression that the reason this deck isn't being played is mainly the Ace matchup. So I'm hoping to find a few of those today so I can put that theory to the test. If you like this type of gameplay videos, please consider liking and subscribing. It would help me a lot. And if you have any leaders you want to see in the future, please leave a comment down below. And apart from that, enjoy the gameplay. Rayleigh vs Zoro. They chose first. We have two 1-drops, so I think I'll keep. This matchup used to be favored for us. They are playing a bit more aggressive now, so maybe it becomes less favored. This buggy is very good though. Let's grab an armament and then play a Shakuyaku, hopefully find a 4-cost Luffy, which we did. Perfect. So I'm just gonna go 8 at us. We'll take, of course. And then I'm gonna start with revealing to events, buffing buggy for 2. And now, do we play Luffy? We could play Luffy into Boa, immediately pop the Boa to make sure Luffy keeps his buff. I think I generally like that idea because I don't want to play Luffy down and for him to get removed immediately with the Shigi. So maybe I should have swung 6 with buggy. This Boa whiffs, which is very sad. But okay. And I'm gonna swing the 8 here because I want the Luffy to have the buff. 8, I will give a 2k and a 1k. Then 8 I'll take. Let's see if we can find another Luffy of this event. We can't. We do find another event though, which we could play instead. I'll use my buff immediately just because this is a card that gets revealed anyways. Kitten Killer is not bad, but I'm also not sure if it is the best spot for it. I think I will grab it though, and then I'll swing 5, 6, and if for some reason he would go down to 2, I would play the Kitten Killer, but like this I will simply play a Sanji and keep a Don up for Conquerors so that he can't get rid of this Luffy that easily. Place Hero into Law into another Tashigi. I'll use Conquerors here. This I'll have to let go. And that one I'll take. We find a Luffy. But is a Luffy what we need here? It's not bad, like that's for sure. But maybe Kitten Killer is just better. I think Luffy is still best. Let's reveal 2 unblockables. I'm just playing to a Shakuyaku. Then keep 1 Don up for Conquerors afterwards. Give it on to lead. We'll grab a event. Let's reveal 2 events. Give the buff to Buggy. Let's go 6 at lead. Seven at lead. And 7 at lead. And pass. They play Perona, they find a 2k Mihawk. This 8 I'm gonna Conqueror's Haki again. This 8 Probably keep countering. I have to be a bit careful because if I counter again, like this decision is a bit crucial because if I counter here, then I don't have anything to buff anymore event-wise, but I think it's still correct to do so to keep the Luffy alive. Now we're just gonna go for game. With this boa we can find ourselves another event. That's pretty good. Then we get to buff here. Let's give this buff to Buggy. We'll use boa. Start with a 7. Let's go another 7. Let's go another 7. We have lots of swings here. Still have Kin Killer and Gatling. Should have used this armament as well, by the way. That was a mistake. What's the best we can do here? If I go Kid Killer 7 into buffing up to 9, and if he counters the 7, I still would have the option to buff Sharky up. And then this is a 9. And we get it. GG's. Okay, Rayleigh against Ace. This is the matchup that I'm most concerned about. But let's see how it goes. We took second. Do I want to keep this hand? If this boa finds a Luffy, it's a very, very good hand. So let's keep. If the boa doesn't find a Luffy, it becomes a bit iffier. Okay, the boa doesn't even need to find a Luffy anymore. That's perfect. Let's search and grab an unblockable event and pass. Okay, we'll obviously take the 9. And then I'll play... Yeah, it's just Luffy. There's no real discussion about it. We can't swing with boa here, which is a bit sad, but it is what it is. They have to confirm what I revealed. I feel like people are not used to playing against Rayleigh anymore, and now they take 5 years always to confirm that they are seeing the events I reveal. Okay, no Atmos, that's good as well. Let's now go... Like, this happens always. Now I have the option to search potentially and see if I can find another Luffy. Which is not a terrible idea. We can find a Kid Killer too. Yeah, let's grab a Kid Killer. Then go 6. We can still use boa. You can also just play Zoro instead of Kid Killer. Alright, let's go Zoro 6. Okay, if he didn't take this one, I wouldn't even have popped the boa, but now I'll definitely pop the boa. Just to push 2 damage in 1 turn. So he loses 1 instance of leader ability activation. This we can't defend. And I mean, we could defend, but I don't think I want to. Okay, what do we want to do? We can play Kid Killer. Go like 8, 8, 8. Swing 3 8s. It's not bad. I actually think I kind of like that idea. Just triple 8. It's a bit on the aggressive side, but why not? Okay, they don't have a... Definitely defend this. Oops. They didn't have an Iron Whitebeard. I will just use Conquerors here, even though it feels a bit off, but it is what it is. I might just not even attack here and just use Unblockable and make sure these marker... I don't know. Do I attack here? Give value of the Marcos? It's actually not easy. Yeah, I feel like I don't. How high do I want to swing here? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 seems fine. Then we just search and see if we can find as many pump spells as we can. And then we'll just try again next turn. And hopefully with him just having 7 cards in hand, it's not enough. Okay, he plays an Ezo. He has an Iron Whitebeard. Uses it. He can't take his life, which is good. So he can't be at like an absurd amount of leader. Okay, we still get a Boa as well, which we get to pop for free. And this just has to be it. $20. Surely that's enough. Even with Rad Beam, I haven't done the math yet. Oh my god, it was actually way too close. Wow. Wow. I thought there's no way in hell he gets there. You too, mate. Nice opponent. So, actually without the second pump spell, we don't get there. That's crazy how much defense he had. 2k, 2k, 2k. 2k of leader ability and Rad Beam. Nutty. Alright, another ace. We'll take second again, I think. And I guess that's a key. Maybe I should have thought about this a second longer. We don't have events. That's actually pretty bad. Because without events, we don't have an ability to play Luffy. That was 100% a mulligan. Let's play Sharky, grab this, and pass. And now we pray that our top deck or our life is an event. Otherwise, we are very, very sad. Let's see if he finds an Atmos. He does find an Atmos, which is also annoying. Okay, we got an event though. So that's a-okay. Show them both, play Sanji, give Don to my leader, and swing. They are countering with Pudding, which is a choice because like Pudding definitely becomes relevant in this matchup because we take a lot of life sometimes early game because we can't defend these annoying 7 swings. We'll reveal both of these again. We play down another Sanji, give ourselves life. Then I guess I'll use event search, grab a... Is it Conquerors or is it unblockable? I think it's unblockable. And then use both of these to buff Sanji. It was a bit risky to search first before buffing, because if you wouldn't have found another event again, it would have been bad. Then we'll go 8-8. Did it Roger and an Iso search. Let's see if they have Jozu. Like putting here would hurt. Okay, they don't have a Jozu. Play Iso. They find I am Whitebeard. They play no Tama. Get rid of a Red Rock. And I think I should defend this one. And then let's go. Can play Kid Killer here. We'll play another Luffy. I think another Luffy is a good idea. Maybe we search with observation first. Sadly, we can't grab a Boa or this Luffy, so let's grab the Conquerors. I don't think I need a fourth Luffy or third. So it's just gonna be a buggy search of this Luffy. And I'll give this done here. King Kong Gatling or Unblockable. Let's grab King Kong Gatling. Swing a 7 into the 5. And it's gonna be 6-8 swing. Swing 6, swing 8, leave 1 up for Conquerors. Maybe it was Kin Killer this turn. The extra pressure could have been just better. Maybe I'm playing this too slow. Because we could have gone 7 here. And then like 6, 6. It's not that different. They play I'm Whitebeard, of course. They take their life. Okay. Let's swing with Garb. I'll take that one. Then the Yamato hit I'll definitely counter. Question is, what do I do with the Ace 10? I think I'm gonna counter both. Maybe it's a bit greedy. Can play a Boa or we play a Kin Killer. Let's play a Kin Killer. This swing happens. Let's swing some 6s at Yam. See what he wants to do with that. Okay, he doesn't want to do anything with that. Then let's go 8 lead. 8 lead, 8 lead. Okay, the last 8 doesn't matter anymore then, so could play a Boa here. Sounds reasonable. Grab, counter or pump spell? Whew, difficult decision. I think it's pump spell. Let's place Newgate. Goes 9 at face, which is fine. Okay. Ballsy. Start with a 10 at lead. We definitely we have to go for game here, just a matter of how. It's these 4 leader and these 3 characters that we have available to us. Okay, leader ability plus 2k. Let's use Boa here, give 2 down here. Let's use leader ability for these 2. Put Luffy to a 10. Oh my god, oh no, did I throw? I thought this was a 10. It should still be fine, I believe. Play Boa here. Grab event. Use Boa effect onto the Luffy. Play this pump spell onto the Luffy. Now Luffy has at a 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So one more is to 10. And then we will use this. Grab Conquerors. Pump. Go 14. And that's math. Yeah, we nearly messed it up there. But it's fine. We got there in the end. Okay, maybe this matchup is not quite as bad as I thought it would be, but at the same time, both games he went second, and maybe going first is a lot harder. But I thought the reason Rayleigh is not played is because of the Ace matchup. Maybe I'm wrong about that, maybe it's the Emu matchup. Rayleigh versus Emu, we get dice roll, so we'll definitely take second. And I don't think this is quite good enough, so let's mulligan. No double 1-drops, but I guess we have a Boa. Maybe the Boa can find us another Luffy. They are playing Mary Jo's, or Marie-Jo, or however you want to pronounce it. Which I guess makes sense, going first. I'm not that well versed in when you take the stage with Emu, but I guess against aggressive matchups when you go first. Sounds about right. They grab at Charlos, trash, events. A Walkery, and then they use leader ability on Shalria. And I'll start with a Boa. Not fine. I guess I'll have to take the unblockable here. Not finding Luffy is annoying, but not much you can do about it. Play Saturn. It's interesting that Emu's typing is not even Celestial Dragon, but it's just a question mark. Grabber never existed and then they pitch it. Alright. Okay, Zoro is actually quite nice in this spot here, I think. So let's reveal 2 events. Buff the Boa, and then we'll swing 5, 5, 7, play Zoro and Shakuyaku. Still no Luffy. So I guess the only thing we can take is Conqueror's Haki. How hard do I want to defend this Zoro? So we're gonna swing 5, 5 and play Mars here, right? That's the best thing you can do. If I defend the Zoro, it's solid. Then I mean he has to kill it then. But then Sharky gets to live. I think I'll let it go. If he wants to blow up Sharky, so be it. Okay, changes now to playing Shalria. Grabs a Jupiter. Don't love the spot we're in. Playing a Topman now. And just passing. Not even swinging at us at all. Let's play Nami. We finally find a Luffy. Luffy can potentially play out Sanji here just to stop the starving from happening. But Boa is pretty nice too, but I think it's Sanji. Reveal 2 more events. Buff here. Go 5 lead. Let's take the life with Sanji, see if we could potentially find a 1-drop, but we didn't. And then I'll just go 6. I don't think there's any point in leaving Conquerors up. And they 2k it. Use leader ability on Shalria. And then I assume their best turn would be like Mars for 5, just leaving 2 done up, killing Luffy, swing into Shaki. Then we have Sanji lying here and Nami. It's not amazing. Our tempo wasn't that fast this game. Oh, they're just using the event straight up. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, that's an option. Let's go with Boa. Let's grab the search event. Use leader ability. We are fully evented up in this game. Let's grab this. I mean, is a Luffy even good in this spot anymore? Don't have anything to play with him. Maybe for later, I'm not sure. We could like use an unblockable event here, but could use a buff spell too. Just really make sure our aggression is there. Pump here. Swing a bunch of 7s. We still have the option to pop this Boa as well. Okay, they used never existed on 1. I'm guessing this is the best I can do. They have double 2k. They're not on 10 done yet though. Maybe I should have made sure that's a 9. It's difficult. I definitely need him to be on 1 so that like double unblockable events get at least 1 life and then potentially win on the 2nd life. But surely keeping this Boa standing is not a bad idea either. They find a Mars. They have to decide now whether they want to pop the Boa with the Mars or whether they want to just go the safe route and kill the Luffy with the Mars. We could have potentially also kept the Don up. Definitely gonna counter that one. Kept the Don up for Conquerors instead of swinging 8. The difference between 8 and 7 is not that massive. They've trashed 1 10 drop. No, 2 10 drops. I assume they'll pop the Luffy with this now because swinging 7 into this Luffy is not going to kill it. Now, do I want to defend the Nami? I could do it, depending on... Okay, I think 6 I won't defend. Let's play a Sharky. I'd love to just pick up the Kid and Killer, but we can't, so I think I'll take the search event, hoping that I'll find... I was gonna say that I'll find a rush character. Now I have a 3rd unblockable. Is that necessary? I feel like I should just try and search more. Because a rush character here matters a lot. There we go, we have a Zoro. And then we can go 7, 7. Maybe 7 isn't the best number, considering that they are able to just have an event. I could boost them to 8, 9 here. I'm not sure if I know the other card. Like, I just always assume one card is gonna be an Elder, and the other card is gonna be an event in this case. I think I'll go 8. And if this 8 goes through, I'll definitely pump to 9 with armament. And now we should be in a solid spot. Now hopefully just using unblockable twice would get us there, and he sees it the same way, especially because he can't like keep Don up because he chose Marijua over Empty Throne. So GG's. Going second, Rayleigh seems to be able to beat Emu. Alright, Rayleigh against Emu, we get the dice roll, so of course we'll take second, and this should be a keep. We have like 4 searchers, which is pretty damn good. We just need to find a Luffy. See if we can find one off here. We can. And then I think I'll just play a buggy, and I'll grab the search one. Play Saturn. So 5, we'll take that of course. Let's play Luffy, reveal 2 events. Play that into another buggy. Give the rest of it on here. Let's grab. We could grab another surge event. 3 is a bit much. It's not bad either though. Let's do that. Reveal 2. I think I like just swing with Nami here over swinging with Buggy, because Buggies can swing harder later on. And in this turn, swinging 5 or 6 does not matter. And we'll pass. They got rid of the Nami. Let's see if they have a Mars. I'll take this one too. Use leader effect. And they did find a Mars. Then let's use effect, buff the buggy, and then let's see if we can find something better to play of Luffy than Sharky, which we did. Our Sanji now, give that down to the buggy, swing 6-7. Take 1 life, we have a Kin Killer in hand, which is also good then, because they had 2 already. Let's see if they can find another Mars. They do. Have to take these, not much we can do about it. And they just keep done up, which makes sense. Now we can go like 5, 5, 6, 7, 7. That sounds pretty good. Let's do that. Five, 5. Use event here. Okay. They block. Kitten Killer swing. Use event. Another Kitten Killer swing. They block, but they don't have a board now, and they aren't on 10 done yet. So pretty commanding position here. Ooh, could defend this. Yeah, they just give up. I think I defend this, and then I just swing as high as I can, and I just win this turn. Problem with defending this is that I guess I could defend with like Conquerors plus 111 case, and then I don't have to give up my unblockable, which is an important bit. GG's. Okay, another ace. Let's see how this goes going fast for once now. I think I need to mulligan this, even though I have Luffy into Sanji, but I don't really have a 1-drop, which is always sad. I can only find the little Luffy here. To play Garb. Mr. Fry's in the bag. They find a marker and a new gate. Pretty good for them. Let's grab Luffy and swing 6. They counter 2k with a hammer. I'll take this one, of course. And then I'll play Luffy. Reveal 2 events to Sanji. top deck that, and then I'll reveal 2 events again to buff the boa. To 6. And then we're gonna use boa effect to gift onto Rayleigh. See if we can deny a little bit of value for the ace because he doesn't have Don attached, either by blocking with mark or taking a life. Boa effect and 8. I assume they'll block, but if they want to keep the marker like as an aggressive option or just another blocker option later, I could see that too. Depends on whether they feel like they need to find cards. I think if they don't have like Jozu in hand yet, I think they should block with the marker to try and find them. I could counter one of these early swing. Let's take this one. And then I'll use a Conqueror Sake here because I don't want to use the unblockable, and he of course has another Jozu. He's gonna bounce my Luffy. He's gonna bounce Sanji. Interesting. Didn't see that coming. Let's play Luffy then. Play out a Sanji. Put it on here. And then maybe I'll just go 8-8 at face. Then I'll keep Conquerors up. Oh, they don't have an I am white bid. Okay. Use Conquerors here to defend the Luffy. Because they do have a 10-drop in hand. Pretty sure they searched that early game. I'll give a 1k. I'm gonna try to defend it as best as I can. Okay, they have another Jozu. Bounce a Luffy back again. And we have the option to just play another Luffy down again. We could potentially use unblockable to go through and see if we can find another one with Sharky. See if we find another unblockable with Sharky. We don't, and we whiff as well, which is terrible. Let's pump here. To Sanji, go 8. And then let's go 8 here. He blocks. Play another Sanji. Luffy into Sanji. Give rested on here and go another 8, I guess. It's not bad, it's not great. We don't have him at 0 and I kind of want to have him at 0 here. So maybe playing these Luffys down every time is like a mistake and I should just go aggressive, but at the same time it feels like it can't be a mistake. Let's see if he has just Newgate or if he has I'm Whitebit into Uta. I think that changes a lot. Because I'm Whitebit, he's able to take a life as well and just be at 8. Which could be beneficial for him because we are very wide right now. But he gets to clear too. He gets to clear Luffy and Sanji. He doesn't like need to try to go for game shenanigans in any way. He has Iron Whitebeard. He doesn't take the life though. I assume he's just gonna clear the bodies. Yep. And we'll take that one. He found all the Luffys in this game. And he does have an Uta. Start off with a search event. Could grab a Zoro here. Start with an 8 at lead. Question is always, do I need to kill on this turn? I only have 2 life, which is scary. So the answer to that might be yes. But at the same time, if I'm having Uta and Newgate, it's basically impossible. Didn't use leader ability there. Could just go 6 here. Then we are still able to pump our Sharky up to go another 6. Let's go 6 here. I mean, he can't take this because I have Congatling. I guess if I Congatling, then I can't Never Doubt anymore. What if I Congatling here? I give Sharky +3. Can't get there though. +3 with this, +2 with leader ability to get to 7. 8 with it. Then there's just no clean way. Maybe if he takes this, I get to like pump with King Kong up, leave 1 on, and he has to block with Uta, but not really. Could potentially just swing into Jozu here. Is that a solution? Because I think we die. Annoyingly. So I think this has to go into the Jozu, and then he has to decide on whether he wants to block with Uta or whether he wants to keep Jozu around. He's gonna try to go for lethal. I'm gonna take that one. Gonna counter that one. But I'm pretty sure he still has it. 11. 11. Yeah, I can't quite get there. I can get to 11 and that's it. GG's. Close game. Clearly harder going first. Alright, let's go with some final thoughts. I know this is a bit of a theme in the whole OP13 meta, but I feel like this deck is quite dice roll dependent. Like, yeah, other decks like Emu and Zoro and Ace to a certain degree are as well, but it at least feels like on those decks the game is playable. And the game is still playable on first with Rayleigh as well, but basically every time I went first, I felt like I just couldn't quite get there. Like there was just this last final push that I couldn't seem to get through against Ace and Emu. Maybe I need to switch up my approach going first in comparison to going second, I'm not sure. But it always feels like there's just this last bit of damage that I need to deal to push them to 0 so that I can get through with an unblockable event plus pump spells, etc. Whereas if I go second, I feel like I'm in a very comfortable spot most of the time against both Ace and Emu, and the Zoro matchup is still completely fine like it used to be. It might be a tiny bit harder now because you no longer have Molgun, or at least we don't play Molgun anymore because it's pretty much irrelevant against Ace and Emu. Against Emu, obviously, unless they, I don't know, play Charlos down or something, but even then it feels a bit too expensive to use 4 Don on it. Obviously, when this deck works perfectly, it works still very, very well when you get to do your searches in the early game, then play Luffy into a Sanji, and then play Rushers going forward. And these double pump spells that I put up to the King Kong Gatling, I put it up to 2 now, where in the previous meta I only played 1. Against Ace, they are very, very useful and quite strong. The unblockable events are just more important than ever. I think Sanji is now the better 2k than Brook is, because decks like Emu do starve you, and I think other decks could potentially do it as well. But if you prefer Brook, just go ahead and play Brook. Something I'm low-key tempted to try is even go up to 16 2Ks in total by taking this Luffy out and just playing 2 Brooks instead. But I don't think it changes the win percentage of this deck up by that much. I could also see myself potentially taking these Luffys out and just playing more of the 3-drop Zoros. I know some people completely choose to not run Kitten Killers and just play Zoros, but I think Kitten Killers are very, very good against Emu right now. So I like including those. They are like a decent amount worse against Ace, but it's still fine. I have been feeling like the deck has gotten slightly less consistent, which like might not matter a lot, but I feel like in Rayleigh it matters a ton actually. So I could see myself potentially also taking these Luffys out and playing the Sabaody event just to have more ways to absolutely make sure to find Luffy on 4, because on the turns in the games where you don't see Luffy on 4, whereas in the OP12 meta you could still play the game, I feel like here now if you lose tempo early game you can't outgrind them anymore like you would against a GP or in the Mirror or the Zoros in the OP12 meta. Like the impact of your Conqueror's Haki feels so much lower in this meta, whereas in OP12 it felt like the most OP spell in the world, but against Ace it's nearly irrelevant, and then against Emu, I mean against Emu it's nice because they swing at 7-7-7-7, but it's still not insane, especially because if you had a spot against Emu where you need to defend your life because they swing 7-7 at your life, then you're probably losing anyways. And if they are swinging 7s into the Luffy, then the 1-don of Conquerors doesn't change anything, because then they'll start swinging 6s at the Luffy, and it's the same thing essentially. But overall, I think deck is still in a good position. I think if you are somebody who doesn't enjoy the big 3 and you were enjoying Rayleigh in OP12, then like, I definitely don't think you should be shy about playing this deck. This deck can win. And if you put a lot of games into it, then maybe you can find a way to beat Emu and Ace more consistently going first as well. Whereas in just the like 10 games I played today, I couldn't quite figure it out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and apart from that, have a good rest of your day.